Hi guys, happy Monday. Ugh. Well, it's better than Friday and it's better than Thursday. So, alright, we are going to go over part 5 from Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig. Second edition, 11 lessons in the high magical arts. That's the book. So, alright, we will get started. So we're going to do the construction of the rainbow wand, which is really interesting. Really interesting, and I really want to do this one, so I'm not sure. I have not done any of the other wands. I've done my own personal wand within traditional witchcraft, so it's just, I don't know. I don't know about the wands. Alright, so glad that everything is back to normal. That was seriously ridiculous. Alright, so part 5. Here we go. So this is being read in the public domain. And yeah, I don't own this book. So, part 5. There's virtually no way to make a single tool which can work with the 4 elemental forces. So there's no one single tool that can master or help you work with all of the elements. All of them. So, water would counteract the energies of elemental fire, just as air and earth are also, what's that word? Antithetical to each other. Therefore, to make a truly universal tool, another basis is needed. So we will be making a universal tool, which is pretty interesting. Very interesting. So a possible thought would be to make a tool based on the tarot cards. But the problem with this is that it would require a minimum of 22 and possibly 26. 22 major arcana plus 1 for each suit. So, or more sections. Such a tool would be either too large to be practical or have symbols or sections too small to be useful. Alright, well, that's kind of what I was thinking, but never mind. Alright, the solution to this problem is to use astrological symbolism. So this brings our symbols down to 12, 1 for each of the signs of the zodiac. So, well, that's easier. So to do this, we add 2 more practical purposes, as you will see. The Golden Dawn associated this with Egyptian symbolism for the design of a fairly difficult to construct lotus wand. Ooh. Okay, now that I would do. I would try definitely a lotus wand from Egypt. Dang it. So by removing only the Egyptian aspect, the lotus flower, we are left with our main tool for the performance of practical or gray magic, the rainbow wand. I like the lotus, so I'm actually going to try to find that concoction and try to concoct it. Alright, so the construction of the rainbow wand. Alright, so 1, start with a piece of dowel, and you can get dowel very cheap. It's pretty amazing stuff. It works very well. So about 3/8 of an inch to 3/4 in diameter. So judge the best diameter by holding various dowels and size, or sensing which size feels best in your right hand, even if you are left-handed. Cut your dowel down, chosen dowel to 36 1/4 inch, with sandpaper around the edges so that the final length is exactly 36 inches. Now lightly sand the rest of your future wand to take off any surface dirt or uneven surfaces. Give the entire wand a white undercoat. Following the directions on your paints, wait the appropriate length of time, then give it a second white undercoat. Alright, so we're building here, obviously. Building upon building upon building. Alright, so 2. Measure 7 inches from one of the ends. So at this point, mark a dark but narrow black line around that wand, 2 inches further from the line, the 9 inch from the end. So, make another black line, continue making thin black lines until you have drawn a total of 13 lines. So the image of your wand at this point is that you have at one end of space of 7 inches, at the other end of space of slightly under 5 inches, and between these 2 areas 12 spaces of 2 inches each. A simple way to get straight lines around your wand is by taking a small card, wrapping it around the circumference of the wand. Where'd I go? Oh, at the appropriate area, and using the edge of the card for a guide. That works. That works too. So, 3. Paint the 7 inches the brightest white you can find. Now paint the 5-inch space the darkest black you can find. Paint the rest of the wand as illustrated below. So at the top we have white, which is spirit, and then we have red, orange, amber, yellow, green, emerald, green, blue, indigo, violet, crimson, and then black at the very bottom. And then we have goes as follows: spirit, and for white, and then we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And then we have Earth at the very bottom where the 5 inches is. It really is not that hard. So if you guys want, you can screenshot this. That is exactly how it should be. Let's see if we can maybe get a little bit, so you guys can see at the top there's white, which is spirit, and then at the bottom black, which is earth. So we'd have Malkut at the bottom, and then I can't remember at the top. Kether would be the top. So yeah, if you guys want to, you can screenshot that if it showed up well on the camera. Alright, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, ashes, sorry. So the symbols. Okay, so 4, finish by coating the colors with a protective coat, such as a varathane. Actually, let's see, easy cast. It's kind of expensive, but it's really good. It's really good. So the people that got, when I did Ouija boot camp, the people that got the boards, that was easy cast. That covered the board, and that makes it that slick and hard. So I just like that. It works very well. And it takes 24 hours to dry, so it's perfect. And even with a wand, it's going to be even like less time. So I mean, that's good. Alright, so in fact, give it several coats with a clear protective. So also try to finish the brightest colors possible for painting this wand. Each color should positively glow. You know what would be a really cool idea? I have this purple pigment, and you can actually put it in your paint when you're mixing, and it actually makes it glow. So some of the boards that I did do for Ouija Boot Camp do glow. The pyramids, some of them do glow. Some of the organ pendants that I do glow. And it's some sort of master effect pigment that just, I mean, when it's exposed to sunlight, it activates, and then it also activates within the resin when you're mixing it. So it's pretty cool. So, alright, this is the preliminary preparation of the rainbow wand. So 1, when you're doing your daily ritual practice, hold the rainbow wand by the white section while doing the middle pillar ritual and the circulation of the body of light. Okay, so 2, at this point, always hold the rainbow wand vertically. The white end should be up, the black end should be down. So this way. Kether, Malkut. Alright, so 3, upon completion of this practice, wrap the rainbow wand in white silk or cotton. Do not use wool or synthetics. Place the wand in a safe place where no one else will touch it. It's pretty interesting. I really like that. I really like the idea of the rainbow wand. Okay, sorry guys. So 4. It would also be a good idea to sleep with the rainbow wand in your bed next to you. No comment. Make sure that the white end of the wand is towards your head. No comment. Ghost Adventures. No comment. 5. It is in these ways that the wand slowly absorbs the energy that you have been controlling and becomes a magical part of you. Similarly, you become a magical part of it. Magically, it is more. It more than represents you. It is your magical counterpart. Alright, so that's like sleeping with the tarot cards under your bed, or under your pillow for, 9 nights, wrapped in black silk. So the symbolism of the rainbow wand is both obvious and deep. First, we can see that white, the color used to represent the element of spirit, also undercoats the entire wand, so it is the basis for everything, even the darkness at the other end of the wand. So if there was no light, how could you tell when it was dark? So that does make perfect sense. Alright, second, notice that the color spectrum of the rainbow only occupies the center part of the wand. So in a similar manner, the wand, as a representation of our magical power, takes us beyond the physical realms represented by the visible spectrum. I like that. getting into color. I like that a lot. Third, the number of black lines is 13. The number of unity, according to the gematria, as such, it also represents a link to the unitary divinity to God. So once you have spent at least 1 month working with your rainbow wand, as described above, you will be ready to consecrate it to magical purposes. So be sure you work with it for at least 1 month before doing the following consecration. Alright, so here we have the consecration of the wand after you have actually worked with it and all that good stuff. So, step 1, you're going to do the watchtower ritual up to step 14. So, your rainbow wand should be resting on the altar with the other tools. Its white end should be facing east. So, imagine that you are standing on the face of a clock. 12 faces east, 3 faces south, 6 faces west, and 9 faces north. Alright, so facing east, take the rainbow wand by the red band in your left hand, since this belongs to Aries, a fire sign. Take the tool of fire, the fire wand, in your right hand, hold both above you, and say. Alright, so the heaven is above and the earth is beneath. Between the light and the dark do vibrate the colors of life. I supplicate the powers and forces governing the nature, place, and authority of the sign Aries, by the majesty of the divine name Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, with which in earth life and notes to the chart for rainbow wand consecration. Wait. And right. Is there a page missing? 64, 65? No. Oh, okay, so I guess that was... And... language. I ascribe to the letter He, to which is allotted the symbolic tribe of Gad, and over which is the angel Michael, to bestow this present day and hour, and confirm their mystic and potent influence upon the red band of this rainbow wand, which I hereby dedicate to purity and to occult work. May my grasp upon it strengthen me, and the work of the nature and the attributes of Aries. Okay, so yeah, I just totally went. That's different. Alright, so A, the number refers to the order in which the invocations are performed. B, the color refers to the band of color on the rainbow wand which you hold doing each invocation. So C, tool indicates the elemental tool in the right hand for each invocation. D, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, the YHVH shows the permutations of the Holy Tetragrammatron. The source of these permutations is the Sefer Yetzirah, and they are directly related to the astrological signs. Each Y is pronounced Yud. Each H is pronounced He. Each V is pronounced Vav. So, that was a little confusing for a second. E, the names of the Hebrew tribes and the appropriate angel are fairly clear. Remember that CH sounds like German ach. Ach. So, F, if it will probably be easiest to make up 12 cards, each with the appropriate words filled in for doing the 12 invocations so far in this ritual. So we're using the note cards. We're not doing the summary anymore. We're doing our own summary. So, G, remember to turn one number on the clock for each invocation. So, alright, now step 3. Now visualize the forces of the nature of Aries descending from all around you onto the rainbow wand. When you sense this has occurred, or after 3 minutes, replace the fire wand on the altar. Consult any basic book on astrology for more on the qualities of the signs. So, step 4. Move your left hand down to the next stripe of the color of the rainbow wand. So it is the red-orange. Alright, now turn to face the direction of the number 1 on the face of the imaginary clock upon which you stand. So now take the appropriate elemental weapon according to the list on page 263. So if you guys have this book, it's page 263, and it gives you a list of different associations. So, okay, now repeat the invocation from step 2. However, change the capitalized words for the appropriate words from the list on page 263. Alright, so it's going to be, we're going to need cards. No cards for this one. Alright, now step 5. Once you have completed the 12 invocations to the powers associated with the signs of the zodiac, you should again be facing east. Now place the rainbow wand on the altar, with the white end pointing toward the east. Raise your hands and say, O great goddess of the forces of nature, great one who has been known by 1,000 names since before remembered time, let thy influence descend and consecrate this rainbow wand, which I dedicate to thee, for the performance of the works of magic of light. Of the magic of light. Alright, so that kind of sounds like Isis. I kind of see the Egyptian stuff going on here. I really like it. So, alright. Now step 6. Wrap your charged and consecrated rainbow wand in this silk or cotton cloth, which you have for this purpose. From this moment do not allow anyone else to touch it. Do not unwrap it except when you are doing or when you are going to need it for magical purposes. Should someone else handle it, it would be a good idea to try to redo this entire ritual. Wow. Well, don't let anybody touch it. Keep it off limits. Keep it in a case with a lock. Alright, now, step 7. Now close this ritual by doing the closing by watchtower. Steps 15 through 20 of the watchtower ritual. So, your rainbow wand is now ready for magical usage. Alright, so that's a lot. That's a lot right there. Quite a bit. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do this. I don't know. I want to. I've seen pictures. People have sent me many pictures. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, email, and it's incredible. Somebody sent me their picture of their rainbow wand, and it was just gorgeous. I mean, it really was gorgeous. Who was that? One of you amazing people did, and it was so incredibly amazing. So, alright, now take a while and make sure that you have the time to do the above ritual correctly. Do not rush it. Also, do not go on to the next section until you have prepared your rainbow wand as above. So, for the next part of the lesson, uses the consecrated and powered rainbow wand to charge and consecrate your magical tools. Alright, now on page 266 you will find a diagram of the altar layout for the consecration of the rainbow wand. You will usually have the elemental tools or weapons placed in the same position for all magical rituals. Weapons, I don't like that. I don't like that word associated with, ritual tools. It just sounds very diabolical and very Christian. So the dagger should be to the east, the wand to the south, by the cup to the west, and the pentagram. I don't like pentagram to the north. Candles should preferably be in the color of their quadrant. Yellow to the east, red to the south, blue to the west, and black, brown, or green to the north. Ooh, black. Can't go wrong with black. Or else white. Well, I have an overabundance of white candles. I don't know why. I burn them every single night, so. Okay, so here is a diagram of the altar layout. Let's do it like this. There we go. Hopefully that's better. So that is the diagram of how it should be. We have the tablet of union in the middle, which is really neat. I really like that. So we have everything that we need right here. It's pretty neat. It's very neat, actually. Ooh, okay. Okay, now, drink a coffee. Okay. Should we go on to part 6? Alright, we'll go on to part 6. So, alright, here we go. So I strongly suggest that the following rituals of consecration not be performed on the same night. Rather, do them on 4 consecutive nights, or 1 a night on 2 consecutive weekends. At this point, there is no rush to complete these consecrations, as the next lesson will be centered around mental magic and will not require tools. I love mental magic. So, however, your tools really will need to be completed and consecrated before the 8th lesson in this course. We have 2 more. All 4 of these rituals should be only performed during the waxing of the moon. So, alright, here we have the consecration ritual for the pentagram. Step 1, do the watchtower ritual. Set our ritual up to step 14. Step 2, face north and hold your pentagram in the left hand by the black section. Always remember to move and pivot clockwise, so within your temple, unless told otherwise. In your right hand, hold the consecrated rainbow wand by the red-orange stripe, a stripe associated with Taurus, representing elemental earth. The pentagram should be held horizontally, so as you vibrate each magical word, title, or name, trace in the air above your pentagram the Hebrew letters and sigils which are on the tool. So if you have any questions about this, go back to the lesson which showed you how to make the pentagram. That was a pretty cool lesson too. I really like that lesson, how it can actually just send out negative energy or bring in whatever you want. So, where'd I go? Okay, so the symbols are drawn over the tool with the earth black end of the rainbow wand, representing the making physical of the spiritual forces. So these spiritual forces are, of course, represented by the white end of the rainbow wand. Thus, you are sending pure magical energy down into the pentagram. And then say, O thou who art timeless, thou who art mother and father of all things, thou who dost clothe thyself with the forces of nature, as we don a robe by thy holy divine name. Now you're going to vibrate as you trace the word and sigil, Adonai, whereto thou art known in a quarter by the secret name. Vibrate and trace the word and sigil, Tzapon, Zaphon. I beseech thee to grant me strength and inner vision as I search for inner wisdom within thy hidden light. Alright. Yeah, the names are just a little bit different for me. Very different, so. Step 3. Continue saying, I humbly request, as a student of thy mystic laws, that thou mayest cause thy archangel vibrate and trace Oriel to guide me on my holy journey. So please also direct thy angel vibrate and trace Forlach to watch over me and protect me as I traverse the mystic pathways of the universe. Wow. Some of these names are very difficult. Step 4. Continue saying, may the ruler of the earth, the powerful prince, vibrate the name and trace Cherub at the permissions of the Eternal One, increase and strengthen the secret forces and virtues of this pentagram, so that I may use it to perform those magical rituals for which it has been fashioned. It is to do this end now, or that I now perform this rite of consecration in the presence divine of vibrate and trace Adonai. Alright, so step 5. Place the rainbow wand on the altar with the white end pointing east. Pick up the dagger you used to do the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. And again, return to the north slowly. Trace a large earth-invoking pentagram. So lesson 5, if you are unfamiliar with the invoking. In the air over the pentagram in your left hand while saying, by the secret holy names of God, born upon the banners of the north, vibrate, do not trace. Immordial Heka Tega. I summon thee, O great king of the north. Vibrate, but do not trace. Ikzadhe Shal. Pronounce Ikazada Hekala. To be here now. To increase the effect of this ritual, whose purpose is to consecrate this magical pentagram. Give it power, and now, to be more than capable in all works of earth, so that by it I may find a strong defense and powerful weapon to direct the spirits of the elements, as is dictated by the one whom naught but silence can express. Alright. Okay, here we go. So, step 6. Replace the dagger on the altar, and again return to the north. Hold the pentagram at chest level, facing outward, and say, O mighty princes of the great northern quadrangle, I invoke you and ask that ye hear my petition, and be here now. Bestow upon this pentagram the strength and purity whereof ye are masters, so that its outward and material form may be a true symbol of its invoked inner and spiritual force. Wow, this is long. The cards, the flashcards, that's why they are so important for this. Alright, step 7. Circumambulate in a clockwise direction to the south. That way. Hold the pentagram above your head, facing out from the center of the circle toward the south, and say, O thou glorious angel, vibrate, Na-Om, thou who rulest the fiery aspects of earth, I invoke thee. Be here now, bestow upon this pentagram those magical powers which thou dost rule, that with it I may also govern those spirits over whom thou art Lord. Step 8. Wait in the south for a few moments until you sense that your request has been fulfilled, or 3 minutes have passed. Then move to the west, that way, and hold the pentagram in the name in the same way as in the south, only pointing to the west, and say, O thou glorious angel, Enfra, thou who rulest the watery aspects of earth, I invoke thee. Be here now, bestow upon this pentagram those magical powers which thou dost rule, that with it I may also govern those spirits over whom thou art Lord. Alright, here we go. Step 9. Wait in the west for a few moments until you sense that your request has been fulfilled, or for 3 minutes. Then move to the east, and hold the pentagram facing east, in a manner as before, and say, O thou glorious angel, Enbo Zod-Ah, thou who rulest the airy aspects of earth, I invoke thee. Be here now, bestow upon this pentagram those magical powers which thou dost rule, that with it I may govern those spirits over whom thou art Lord. Alright, so this is very long, so the flashcards are perfect. Step 10. Wait in the west for a few moments until you've sensed that your request has been accepted, or until 3 minutes have passed. So, and then move to the north and hold the pentagram as before, and say, O thou glorious angel, En-Ro-Ah-M, thou who rulest the densest aspects of the earth, I invoke thee. Be here now, bestow upon this pentagram those magical powers which thou dost rule, that with it I may also govern those spirits over whom thou art Lord. That's a lot of that's a lot of talking. Alright, now step 7. You're going to do the lesser banishing ritual with 2 differences. So, A, use the pentagram instead of the dagger. Use the pentagram instead of the dagger. B, trace the invoking pentagram of earth instead of the banishing pentagram of earth. Step 12. Replace the now charged and consecrated pentagram in its appropriate place on your altar. Finish by performing steps 15 through 20 of the Watchtower ritual. So the rite is finished. So you're always going to want to wrap your pentagram in a piece of material made of cotton or silk, so it should be black. However, browns or greens are okay. So universal white will do too. So Alright, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. That's a lot of information. That's a lot of memorization. That's a lot of different names, different Hebrew names, which are sometimes very difficult to pronounce, especially for me. So tomorrow we go over, oh, yes, the ritual of the rite is finished. So, oh, here we go. There's a little more, sorry. So before leaving the circle, be sure to wrap the pentagram in a piece of material made of cotton or silk. It should be black, however browns or greens, or the universal pure white will do. Note that in these consecration rituals you should vibrate the names and trace the Hebrew letters and or sigils. When not using the rainbow wand, you should vibrate the names but not trace the sigils. If you do not sense that your requests for empowering the tool have been answered within 3 minutes, it does not mean that it has not happened. It only means that you are as yet not physically aware enough to perceive it. If you continue with your daily ritual work, you will open to impressions from other levels of existence. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I like that part. So on the following evening, or when you have planned to do it, perform the consecration ritual of the dagger. But note, this is for the air dagger, not the dagger used to perform for the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. So also, compare this ritual to the previous one for performance information, such as which words to vibrate and when to trace sigils. So he says, I will be limiting those notes in this and the remaining 2 rituals. So we don't have much. We don't have like a summary like every other one does for these. Alright, so tomorrow we will go on with the consecration of the ritual. Consecration ritual for the dagger, and totally not the one that you use for the banishing rituals. So yeah. Alright guys, what else? I think that's it. So, alright, I hope you guys enjoy. I feel a Ouija session coming on very soon. Thank the gods, the one with Lorraine is still here, so I feel really short. There we go. So yeah, thank God that, the one with Lorraine, Warren, is still here. That kind of bugged me, and I kind of thought, oh God, that's gonna all be gone. Everything's back, so it's seriously amazing. It really is. So, alright guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you all have a great day, and I love you all very, very much. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. And I might have a djinn up for sale, because I don't know if I can handle too much more of that energy. It's the tiki looking man. He is very active, and it's just, I have too much going on with my other 2 djinn, and it's just crazy. Well, my 3rd one too, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 djinns to take care of, and a spirit doll. Alright, anyways, I love you guys very much, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, but yes, I'm back. This is me. Yes, so don't worry anymore. I love you guys.